The stars looked like tiny dots against the black void of space. Captain Jack Rogers stood on the bridge of the Earth exploration vessel Horizon *, his eyes fixed on the main screen. His ship was small by Space Fleet standards, but it was fast and well-equipped for survey missions. "Captain, we're approaching the outer moon of the gas giant," said Lisa Green, tapping on her console. As the science officer, she was always excited about new discoveries. "Something strange is showing up on our scans." Jack walked over to her station. "Strange how?" "Energy readings where there shouldn't be any. This moon is supposed to be dead rock, but I'm picking up power signatures deep below the surface." The Horizon * moved closer to the gray moon. It looked ordinary, just another lifeless rock orbiting a giant planet at the edge of known space. But Lisa's instruments never lied. "Put it on the main screen," Jack ordered. The image of the moon grew larger. Its cratered surface looked normal at first glance. "Wait," said Mike Brown, the ship's engineer. "What's that?" He pointed to a dark line that seemed to cut across one side of the moon. Lisa adjusted the sensors. It's a seam of some kind." As they watched, the line widened. Parts of the moon's surface began to shift, plates of rock sliding away to reveal something underneath. "That's not natural," Jack whispered. The ship's communication officer spun in his chair. "Captain, we're picking up an energy surge from the moon. It's massive." "Back us off," Jack ordered, but it was too late. A beam of blue light shot out from the opening seam and enveloped the Horizon *. The ship shuddered. "We're caught in some kind of tractor beam," Mike shouted over the rumble of the engines straining against the pole. "I can't break free." "All hands, brace for possible impact," Jack called over the ship's comm system. He gripped his captain's chair as the Horizon * was pulled inexorably toward the moon. As they drew closer, the rocky surface continued to shift and change. Beneath the outer layer of stone, metal gleamed in the light of the distant sun. Massive structures became visible. Towers, docking bays, and strange antenna arrays that stretched for miles. "It's not a moon," Lisa said, her voice filled with awe. "It's a ship the size of a small planet." The Horizon * passed through an opening in the outer shell and into a cavernous space big enough to hold an entire city. Lights flickered on automatically, illuminating the interior of what appeared to be a massive hangar bay. "Try to contact Earth Command," Jack ordered the communications officer. "I can't, sir. All our signals are being blocked." The ship came to rest gently on a smooth platform. Outside the viewports, they could see machinery coming to life. Robots of various shapes and sizes moved along pathways. Holographic displays flickered into existence, showing symbols none of them recognized. "According to these readings," Lisa said, checking her instruments, "this structure has been dormant for at least 50,000 years. What kind of beings could build something like this?" Mike wondered. Jack took a deep breath. "I think we're about to find out. Prep the landing party. We need to know what we found and how to report back to Earth." As the crew prepared to explore, Jack couldn't shake the feeling that humanity had just stumbled onto something that would change everything. Whoever had built this impossible vessel had technology far beyond anything humans had ever seen. And now, after sleeping for thousands of years, it was waking up. The implications were enormous. If humans could understand and use this technology, it would transform their place in the galaxy overnight. But first, they had to survive whatever was happening and find a way to communicate with Earth. Jack checked his equipment one last time. "Let's make history," he said to his team as the airlock doors opened, revealing the inside of the ancient planet-sized starship. Jack led his team through the massive doorway. Lisa and Mike followed close behind, along with 2 security officers. The air inside the ship was surprisingly fresh, as if life support systems had just been activated. "The oxygen levels are normal," Lisa said, checking her hand scanner. "Temperature is rising to human comfortable levels too. Almost like it was expecting us." Mike added. They walked down a long hallway with walls that glowed with soft blue light. The floor was made of a smooth material that felt like metal, but didn't sound like it when they walked. "Look at this," Lisa called out, pointing to symbols that appeared on the walls as they passed. "It's changing, adapting to our presence somehow." Suddenly, the hallway opened into a vast circular room. As they entered, lights came on, revealing a space bigger than any stadium on Earth. In the center was a raised platform with a control panel. "Don't touch anything," Jack warned as they approached. But before they reached the platform, the air in front of them shimmered. A figure appeared, tall, humanoid, but clearly not human. Its body seemed made of light. "Welcome, travelers," the figure said in perfect English. "I am Guardian, the caretaker of this vessel." The team froze in shock. How are you speaking our language?" Jack asked. "I have analyzed your ship's database while you were in transit," Guardian replied. "This vessel, named Legacy by its creators, is designed to communicate with any intelligent life form it encounters." "Who built this ship?" Lisa asked, her scientific curiosity overcoming her fear. The air shimmered again, and the room transformed. Suddenly, they were surrounded by images of beings taller than humans, with 4 arms and skin that seemed to shimmer with an inner light. "The Founders," Guardian explained. "They were the first advanced civilization in this galaxy. They built 7 vessels like this one, each the size of a small planet." "Why?" Jack asked. "What's the purpose of ships this big?" "Survival," Guardian said simply. The Founders faced a threat they could not defeat, a cosmic force they called the Darkness. They built these ships to preserve their knowledge and to scatter across different galaxies, hoping to one day reunite when the threat had passed. Mike whistled. "That's some serious planning ahead." "How long ago was this?" Lisa asked. "The Legacy has been dormant for 53,417 of your Earth years," Guardian replied. "I was programmed to awaken when a species with suitable potential discovered this vessel." "Suitable potential," Jack repeated. "What does that mean?" Guardian's light form seemed to study them. "The Founders believed in seeding potential throughout the galaxy. Your species carries genetic markers they recognized as promising." The team exchanged shocked glances. "Are you saying the Founders had something to do with human evolution?" Lisa asked. "That information is contained in the library," Guardian replied. "Access to that knowledge must be earned." Jack stepped forward. "We need to report back to Earth. Our people need to know what we found." "Communications will be restored shortly," Guardian said. "But be warned, news of this discovery will spread beyond your world. You are not the only spacefaring species in this galaxy, though you are the first to discover a Founder vessel. There are other aliens out there," one of the security officers asked nervously. "Many," Guardian confirmed. "Some have been watching Earth for centuries. Your discovery of this vessel will change your status among them forever." Jack felt the weight of responsibility settle on his shoulders. Humanity had just stumbled onto something that would alter their place in the universe. "Guardian," he said, "we need to learn everything we can about this ship and the Founders. The sooner, the better." "Very well," the light being replied. "But first, you must understand what you have truly found. The Legacy is not merely a vessel of knowledge. It is a weapon, a shelter, and a seed for new civilizations. In the wrong hands, it could destroy galaxies. In the right hands, it could save them." The room darkened slightly, and a holographic map of the galaxy appeared, with 7 points of light pulsing in different locations. "Somewhere out there," Guardian said, "the other 6 ships are waiting. And one has just awakened." 3 days after the Horizon crew discovered the planet ship, Earth received their message. The news spread like wildfire. Governments called emergency meetings. Scientists debated what it could mean. And somewhere in deep space, alien civilizations were also getting the news. Jack stood on the bridge of the Legacy Asterisk, watching as Earth ships arrived. The first was a research vessel, followed by 3 military ships. Admiral Tom Wilson, head of Earth Defense Fleet, was on the largest vessel. Captain Rogers, Admiral Wilson's voice came through the comm system. "Your discovery has turned our world upside down." "Yes, sir," Jack replied. "And it's about to get more complicated." Guardian had appeared beside him. "Captain, I detect 17 ships approaching from the Orient sector. They are not of Earth origin." Jack felt his heart race. "How soon?" "They will arrive in 6 hours." Admiral Wilson's face showed concern. "What ships?" "We haven't detected anything. The Legacy Asterisk has sensors that can see much farther than ours," Jack explained. "Admiral, we need to talk. There's something you should know before our visitors arrive." 5 hours later, Admiral Wilson stood with Jack and his team in the Legacy's main control room. Guardian had explained about the Galactic Council, a federation of 17 spacefaring species that had been watching Earth since humans first went to space. "So we're not alone, and they've known about us all along," Wilson said, shaking his head. "Earth was admitted to the Council 50 years ago," Guardian explained, "but as a minor member with limited rights. Humans are considered young and untested." "That's about to change," Lisa said. A communication officer from Wilson's ship rushed in. "Admiral, the alien fleet has arrived. They're hailing us." On the main screen, a face appeared, thin, with pale blue skin and large eyes. Behind it stood others of different shapes and sizes. "I am High Counselor Vex of the Velen Empire, senior member of the Galactic Council," the alien said in perfect English. "We come to claim the founder vessel as galactic heritage under Council law." Admiral Wilson stepped forward. "This ship was discovered by humans, in unclaimed space. By right of discovery, it belongs to Earth." Vex's eyes narrowed. "Your species is barely out of its cradle. This technology is far beyond your understanding. For the safety of all, the Council will take custody." Guardian materialized beside Wilson. "I cannot permit that, High Counselor." Vex stared in shock. "The ship's AI is active." "I am Guardian of the Legacy Asterisk," Guardian replied, "and I recognize only human genetic signatures as authorized users of this vessel." Murmurs broke out among the aliens behind Vex. "That is impossible," Vex said. "The founders had no contact with Earth." "Your historical records are incomplete," Guardian replied. "The founders visited many worlds, including Earth. They left markers in human DNA, a potential they wished to nurture." Vex's face darkened. "This claim must be verified by Council scientists." "I will not grant access to non-human entities at this time," Guardian said firmly. Admiral Wilson tried to hide his surprise. This was new information to him too. Vex leaned closer to the screen. "Be warned, humans. If you attempt to use founder technology without Council oversight, it will be considered an act of aggression." The screen went dark. "That went well," Mike muttered. Guardian turned to them. "The Velen Empire has dominated the Council for thousands of years. They will not accept this situation." "What will they do?" Jack asked. "Based on historical patterns, they will first attempt diplomacy backed by threats. When that fails, they will resort to force." Admiral Wilson straightened his uniform. "Then we better prepare. How many ships can Earth bring here in 48 hours? As they discussed defense plans, Lisa pulled Jack aside. "There's something not right about Guardian's reaction to the Velens. Did you notice how quickly it refused them access?" Jack nodded, almost like it was programmed to keep them away specifically. "Exactly," Lisa whispered. "I think there's more to the story of the founders and these aliens than Guardian is telling us." Outside the ship, the Velen fleet moved into position, keeping their distance but clearly not leaving. The first diplomatic battle was over. The next one might not be fought with words. While Earth ships formed a defensive line around the Legacy Asterisk, Lisa and Mike followed Guardian deep into the heart of the planet ship. They walked through corridors that seemed to go on for miles. "Where are you taking us?" Lisa asked, trying to map their route in her mind. "To the library," Guardian replied. "The time has come for you to understand what you have found." They entered a massive dome-shaped room. As they stepped inside, the walls lit up with countless tiny lights, like stars. "This is the complete knowledge of the Founders," Guardian explained. "Every discovery, every invention, every piece of their history, all preserved here." Mike stared in wonder. "How do we even begin to access all this?" Guardian waved a hand, and a section of the wall changed. Images appeared, DNA strands, spinning slowly. "Your DNA," Guardian said. "And this is Founder DNA." Another strand appeared beside the human one. "Notice the similarities." Lisa stepped closer. "They're nearly identical in some sections." "How is that possible?" "The Founders visited Earth 100,000 years ago. They found primitive humans and saw potential. They made small changes to your genetic code, changes that would allow future generations to develop greater intelligence, creativity, and adaptability." "They altered our evolution?" Mike asked, shocked. "They accelerated it," Guardian corrected. "The Founders believed in nurturing new life. They did this on many worlds." Another DNA strand appeared. "This is Velen DNA." Lisa studied it. "It's very different from ours." "Yes," Guardian said. "The Velens evolved without Founder intervention. Their species developed along a different path, one that concerned the Founders." "Why?" Jack asked. He had entered the room quietly and was listening. Guardian's light form dimmed slightly. "The Founders identified certain genetic patterns that matched those of an ancient enemy, the creators of the darkness that forced them to build these ships. The Velens show some of these patterns." "Are you saying the Velens are related to the enemies of the Founders?" Lisa asked. "Not directly. But there are disturbing similarities. It is why I am programmed to be cautious with them." A loud alarm suddenly echoed through the ship. "What's happening?" Jack demanded. Guardian's form flickered. "The ship's defense systems are activating. A Velen battle fleet has just entered this system." They rushed back to the bridge. On the main screen, they could see 30 large ships approaching, much bigger than the diplomatic vessels that had come earlier. Admiral Wilson's face appeared on a side screen. "Rogers, the Velen reinforcements are demanding immediate surrender of the vessel. They've given us 1 hour to evacuate all personnel." "Sir, there's something you need to know about the Velens," Jack began. Suddenly, Guardian interrupted. "Captain, the ship's weapon systems are powering up automatically." "Can you stop them?" Jack asked. "No. This is a defensive protocol I cannot override. The ship recognizes the Velen fleet as a threat." Lisa looked worried. "What will the weapons do?" "They will disable, not destroy," Guardian assured them. "But it is a clear message that the Legacy will defend itself, and those it recognizes as authorized users." Admiral Wilson looked grim. "So much for diplomacy. All Earth ships, battle stations, prepare to defend the Legacy and our people." As the Velen fleet grew closer on the screen, Mike whispered to Lisa, "I don't think they have any idea what they're up against." Lisa shook her head. "Neither do we, really. We've only scratched the surface of what this ship can do." Guardian's form grew brighter. "The Founders created these vessels with one primary goal: to protect life against the darkness. The weapons are powerful but precise. Watch, and you will understand why the discovery of this ship will change everything." The bridge fell silent as they waited for the Velen fleet to make its move. In 1 hour, the galaxy would witness just a fraction of what a planet ship could do, and humanity's unexpected connection to its creators. "They're moving into attack formation," Admiral Wilson reported from his ship. The Earth fleet looked tiny compared to the 30 massive Velen warships approaching the Legacy. Jack stood on the bridge with Lisa and Mike, watching the screens. Guardian, what can we expect from their weapons? The Velens use energy-based weapons that can destroy a ship the size of yours with a single hit, Guardian replied. But they cannot harm the Asterisk Legacy Asterisk. As if hearing Guardian's words, the Velen ships opened fire. Bright beams of energy shot toward them. Jack braced himself, but felt nothing. On the screen, he saw a shimmering field appear around the Asterisk Legacy Asterisk, absorbing every shot. The shield is operating at 0.01% capacity, Guardian reported calmly. It can maintain this level indefinitely. The Velen ships fired again, this time with bigger weapons. The results were the same. High Counselor Vex is hailing us, said the communications officer. Vex's face appeared on screen, clearly angry. This is your final warning. Surrender the Founder vessel or face destruction. Admiral Wilson stepped forward. Your weapons can't harm this ship, and we have no desire for conflict. Stand down and let's discuss this reasonably. Primitive humans have no right to Founder technology, Vex shouted. All Velen ships, full attack. The Velen fleet moved closer, firing everything they had. The shield around the Asterisk Legacy Asterisk glowed brighter, but showed no signs of weakening. Guardian turned to Jack. Captain, the defensive protocols are escalating to the next stage. The ship will respond to this attack. Can we control how it responds? Jack asked quickly. Yes, the ship recognizes you as an authorized user. You may direct its actions. Jack thought fast. We don't want to destroy them. Just stop this attack. Guardian nodded. A measured response is possible. Jack looked at Admiral Wilson on the screen, who nodded in agreement. Disable their weapon systems only. No casualties if possible. Acknowledged, Guardian said. The Asterisk Legacy Asterisk began to hum. 5 thin beams of light shot out from different points on the planet ship, each hitting a Velen warship with perfect precision. The targeted ships suddenly went dark, their engines and weapons shutting down. The rest of the Velen fleet stopped firing, clearly shocked. What did we just do to them? Lisa asked. An electromagnetic pulse, precisely targeted, Guardian explained. Their crews are unharmed, but their ships will not function for approximately 6 hours. On the screen, the remaining Velen ships began to retreat. They moved quickly, putting distance between themselves and the Asterisk Legacy Asterisk. They're running, Mike said with a smile. But Admiral Wilson looked concerned. They'll be back with more ships, and they'll spread the word that humans have control of a superweapon. Lisa's console beeped. I'm picking up transmissions from the Velen ships. They're broadcasting to the entire galaxy. What are they saying? Jack asked. Lisa listened to the translation. They're saying that humans have acquired Founder weapons technology and pose an existential threat to galactic stability. Guardian suddenly became very still. I am detecting something unusual. What is it? Jack asked. A signal, not from this galaxy. Guardian waved a hand, and a new star map appeared, showing a different galaxy entirely. A point of light pulsed in its outer arm. One of the other 6 planet ships has awakened. Everyone stared at the map in silence. The implications were enormous. How far away is it? Mike finally asked. At maximum speed, the Asterisk Legacy Asterisk could reach it in approximately 3 months, Guardian said. Jack looked at Admiral Wilson. Sir, what do we do now? The Admiral's face was serious. First, we prepare for the Velens to return. Then we need to decide what humanity is going to do with this ship. Guardian's light form brightened. The awakening of another ship is not a coincidence. The Founders built these vessels to find each other. The Asterisk Legacy Asterisk wishes to go to its sibling. The future of humanity now hung in the balance. They had won the first battle, but the war for the galaxy was just beginning. 2 weeks after the battle with the Velen fleet, leaders from Earth gathered on the Asterisk Legacy Asterisk. They sat around a large table in a room Guardian had created for them. Military generals, scientists, and government officials all argued about what to do with the planet ship. "This vessel gives us the power to rule the galaxy," said General Davis, pounding his fist on the table. "The aliens have looked down on humanity for too long. It's time we showed them what we can do." "That kind of thinking will start a galactic war," argued Dr. Roberts, the lead scientist. "We should focus on learning from this technology, not using it as a weapon." Jack watched the debate from the side of the room. Admiral Wilson had promoted him to admiral after the battle, recognizing that Jack's connection with the Legacy made him too valuable to ignore. President Chen of the Earth Alliance raised her hand, silencing the room. "Admiral Rogers, what does Guardian say about the ship's purpose? What did the founders intend?" All eyes turned to Jack. He stepped forward. "Guardian has shared more information with us. The founders didn't build these ships for war or conquest." He nodded to Guardian, who appeared in the center of the room. The light being waved its hand, and a holographic display filled the air around them. "The 7 planet ships were built as Orcs," Guardian explained. "The founders faced a threat they called the Unmaking, a cosmic event that destroys all life in its path. The hologram showed a wave of darkness moving through galaxies, leaving nothing behind. The founders' calculations showed that this event would reach this galaxy within the next century," Guardian continued. "They built the ships to preserve life and knowledge, to survive the Unmaking, and to seed new worlds afterward." The room fell silent. "Are you saying we face extinction?" President Chen asked. "Not necessarily," Guardian replied. "The founders' technology might be able to stop the Unmaking, but they did not live long enough to complete their research. That is why they created 7 ships, each with different aspects of their knowledge. Together, the 7 ships might hold the answer." General Davis leaned forward. "And one of these other ships has awakened." "Yes, in a galaxy 3 million light-years from here. But you said the Legacy could reach it in 3 months," Jack reminded Guardian. "The Legacy can create temporary wormholes for faster-than-light travel," Guardian explained. "It is how the founders planned for the ships to reunite." President Chen stood up. "So we have a choice. We can use this ship to dominate our galaxy, or we can follow the founders' plan and seek out the other ships to face this coming threat." Dr. Roberts spoke quietly. "The Velens and the Council will try to stop us either way." Jack stepped forward. "Guardian, when will the Unmaking reach our galaxy?" "Based on the founders' calculations, approximately 75 years from now." The room erupted in worried conversation. Jack raised his voice. "I've spent more time with Guardian than anyone. I've seen what's in the library. The founders were trying to save all life, not just their own. They left us this ship because they saw something in humans that gave them hope." He looked around the room. "We can use this ship for power, or we can use it for its intended purpose, to unite with the other ships and find a way to save our galaxy. Not just for humans, but for all life." President Chen nodded slowly. "Admiral Rogers, what would you recommend?" Jack didn't hesitate. "We follow the Legacy's original mission. We find the other ships. We prepare for the Unmaking." General Davis frowned. "And the Velens?" "We share some of the founders' knowledge with them. Medical technology, environmental science. Show them we're not a threat." "Unless they make us one," Admiral Wilson added quietly. President Chen looked around the room. "We need to vote. The future of humanity depends on what we do next." 1 month after the Earth leaders' vote, the Legacy was ready for its journey. The decision had been nearly unanimous. Humanity would embrace the founders' mission and seek out the other planet ships. Admiral Jack Rogers stood on the bridge, now properly set up as a command center with both human technology and the Legacy's systems. Lisa had been named Chief Science Officer for the mission, and Mike was head engineer. A crew of 500 of Earth's best had been selected to join them. "Final preparations are complete, Admiral," Lisa reported. All crew are aboard and all systems are ready. Jack nodded. What about our guests? Lisa smiled. The alien representatives are settled in. They're still a bit nervous, but cooperative. This had been Jack's most controversial suggestion, inviting representatives from other galactic species to join the mission. After Earth had shared some of the Founders' medical knowledge with the Council as a gesture of goodwill, 3 species had requested to send observers. Surprisingly, none were Velans. Admiral, incoming transmission from Earth Command. The communications officer called. President Chen's face appeared on the main screen. Admiral Rogers, is the Legacy ready for departure? Yes, Madam President. All systems are go. You carry the hopes of Earth with you, she said solemnly. The knowledge you've already shared from the Founders' Library has advanced our science by decades. Our teams are working on defenses against the unmaking, should you not return in time. Jack nodded. We'll find the other ships, Madam President, and we'll be back. The Velan Empire has increased its fleet near our borders, she added. They still don't trust us, but the other council members are keeping them in check for now. The more they learn about the unmaking, the more they'll realize we need to work together, Jack said. After final goodbyes, the screen went dark. Jack turned to Guardian. Are you ready to find your sibling? Guardian's light form pulsed brighter. I have waited over 50,000 years for this moment, Admiral. The Legacy remembers its purpose. Jack took a deep breath and sat in the command chair. Set course for the second planet ship. Maximum speed. Guardian moved to the center of the bridge. Preparing wormhole generation. All crew should prepare for spatial displacement. Outside the Legacy space itself began to bend. A small point of light appeared, growing larger until it formed a swirling tunnel of energy. Wormhole stable, Guardian announced. Transit will take approximately 12 hours. Jack looked around at his crew. Humans working alongside the technology of a species that had seen their potential 100,000 years ago. They had gone from a minor species in the galaxy to the inheritors of its most advanced civilization in less than a month. Send one final message to Earth, Jack ordered. Tell them, we go to fulfill the promise made by the Founders. Humanity accepts the responsibility they entrusted to us. We will return. Lisa stepped up beside him. Do you think we'll find answers out there? A way to stop the unmaking? I don't know, Jack admitted, but the Founders believed it was possible, and they believed in us. An alien observer, a tall being with 4 arms and iridescent skin, approached them. My people have a saying, the stars call to those worthy of reaching them. It seems the Founders heard humanity's call long before you reached the stars. The Legacy moved forward, entering the wormhole. The massive planet ship glowed with energy, its surface shifting as ancient systems fully awakened. As they accelerated into the unknown, Jack thought about how one routine survey mission had changed everything. Humanity had discovered they were not just late arrivals to a crowded galaxy, but chosen inheritors of its greatest legacy. The journey to unite the 7 planet ships and face the unmaking had begun, and the galaxy would never be the same.